Welcome to night school where the shadows creep. Grab your popcorn, don't fall asleep. The doors are open, let the nightmares play. You won't make it out today. Welcome to night school! She grins in the dark with your secrets in tow. Creed paints her smile with the shame you won't show. He slashes with style, blood drips by the door. Glorious God! This is what legends are for. With the click of his pen and a therapist's sneer, he lists all your sins you didn't know were near. Smoke curls like truth in a midnight hymn. La sección is still smoking man. Pecados que no se extinguen sin fin. Are you scared yet?
You know, I'm telling you, I am deathly afraid. I am scared. I am horrified. And if you don't know who's talking to you, it's Big Money, the Grand Wizard of Horror, the cigarette smoking man himself. And I'm petrified. I am horrified. And I am scared that my streak is over. I was getting every prediction right in this show. Everything this show was lining up was just going perfectly. I'm guessing the crocodile. I'm guessing Captain Hook. I'm guessing everything. And yet, I doubted this show. I doubted this show, and I thought that they were not going to show us what was going to happen in that crash. But you know what? You know who actually predicted that this episode 5 was going to be about what happened in the Maginot? My colleague, your favorite movie therapist, Mr. Oso Smith.
Oh, Big
Mr.
Money.
James.
Big Money. I got it. I nailed it. I even said when we did the first episode, I looked at the title. I said, that might be it. That might be the episode. And it was the episode, sir. It was. And you're right, man. You were nailing it. Killing it, man. The way you were able to figure everything out, putting two and two together, putting the pieces of the puzzle together, just rocking it. But this one's mine, man. I'm taking it, and I'm going home with it. And if you try me again, I might put you on the list, but I'm not going to put you on the list right now because you've been nailing it this entire series. Dude, we're almost finished.
Yeah, we are. It's ridiculous. Like it's been a quick journey, even though it feels like forever. I'm gonna be honest. It's weird because it feels like we've been watching this show for like 12 months.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's crazy that it's almost over. It's like a weird, like nebulous time loop that we're in.
It is. I mean, this episode that we're doing right now is going to be discussing episode 5 and episode 6. But after that, there is 2 more episodes, and that's it. At least for season 1. I do believe there will be a season 2. Big Money, do you agree there will be a season 2 here?
Oh yes. Like the cards are on the table. Like this is an open sandbox right now for them. And it's a sandbox that is acquiring views.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a show that's only I have my issues with it and you have your issues with it, but it's getting views.
Yes.
It's getting views and it's overall getting great reviews.
Yeah.
Which means that is the telltale sign for renew. Don't do like some of the streamings that renew for a second season without the views. You need the views to get that second season. Don't waste money, movie studios. And they're learning their lesson. So, yeah, I think we're getting a second season.
Yeah, we hope that they continue learning their lesson, but I feel like they're doing a very good job with this. They're showing that this show could do a lot of work. And it is, like you said, it's bringing in the views. It's getting praise. It's not like it's just like, oh yeah, well, I'm watching it and it's okay. Like people are saying this is really good. And this could lead to more television series on Hulu. Like maybe eventually you get a Predator series. You never know. And it could be, Noah Hawley, who's the one that's directing it. So I think he is doing a very good job. I think the writers are doing a good job, though there's still issues that we have with it, but nothing can ever be perfect.
Exactly.
But I'm having fun.
Oh, yes. I was worried because by episode 4, I was starting to not have fun.
That's right.
and we both ended that episode. We were actually kind of exhausted at that point. That's why we actually kind of missed the boat on that episode number 5, because we were we were a little bit. I'm going to be honest with the audience at home. We were a little bit exhausted of the show.
Yeah.
It was that episode particularly, and it's. I think that they are leaning too much on that Prometheus type of dialogue, and they need to move away from it. Just move away from it. Not completely. You can always bring it back, and with great characters. Um, but the reality is that when the show works best, it's when it's the tensions are rising,
Mhm.
and when you're going like, what's going to happen as they're building that mood, that anxiety. Um, I'm telling you, it's they are. That's why episode 5 works, and that's why episode 6. I had my issues because they went back to dragging their feet a little bit, but
Yeah.
the beginning and the end particularly of episode 6, had that build up of anxiety, and
Yes.
you're thinking to yourself like, "Oh my God, what's going to happen?" And that's how I feel in an alien movie and an alien show, and any alien related anything. I should feel like, "Oh my God, what's going to happen?" Because that's how I felt when I watched the first movie.
Yes.
When I went into that ship and I saw all those eggs, I was like, "What the fuck is going on here?" When I saw that facehugger jump in and John Hurt on his face, I go, "What the fuck is happening?" When it burst out of his chest, I'm going, "What the hell's happening?" That's what I need to be saying all the time, instead of saying like, "When is this dialogue going to be over?" Sorry for ranting. It's just
No, dude, absolutely 1,000%. So what I'm grasping here, what I'm understanding is you likes when Alien Earth does alien things.
exactly.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it. Oh man, dude, I am excited to really get into this because I have to agree with you too. And I am glad that we took a break. You know, we took that 1 week where it was like, dude, we're getting exhausted here. We both said it too. Like we need to just stop for a second. Sure, we'll watch it, but I don't know if I'm ready to just jump into an episode yet. Let's take the break. Let's watch it once, maybe watch it twice, and then when 6 comes out, we'll watch it and we'll just do a double episode. And I gotta tell you, that number 5 made me sit there and go, okay, and now we're back. And then number 6 came out, and I went, okay. You like you said, you dragged them a little bit, but at the end, I went, oh, we are back. We are in. We are ready to go. And I think the fucking writers and director and all the people, the producers behind it were like, this is what we want. We want them to feel that drag one more time because we're not dragging after this. Like, there's no more drag. We're going for it. Man, Jesus Christ, what a great. All right, a great episode 5. I was hooked. I was hooked. And as I mentioned before we even started recording, they're starting to answer questions slowly, very slowly, sometimes subtle too, but they are starting to actually answer questions. So I do like that.
I agree. One thing I'll say, this is a general criticism because I like the show, and it's like the show. I do like the show overall so far. But like the episode, I loved the episode. There's a big difference between I liked the show and I loved the episode.
Yes.
I loved this episode. I only have one criticism before we get into all the good stuff.
Mhm.
Here's my one criticism. I have no idea why this is episode 5. And I know the logic is to show that Boy Cavalier was behind it along. It was Boy after all, instead of Agatha.
Mhm.
I don't need that twist. I really don't. If I'm being really honest, Boy Cavalier was a jerk throughout the whole show.
Yeah.
Why do I need to have this like jerk character be revealed to be more of a jerk? Surprise! I honestly, this should have been episode 1.
Sure.
Because now, as we're going to talk about it in the audience, might break it down. If you haven't watched it, this is such a great episode.
This really is. We're going to talk about it real quick. But let me ask you a question, Big Money. Something, now, like you said, and I agree with you, we didn't need that twist. Oh, it was Boy Cavalier all along. No shit, it was Boy Cavalier. What if it turned out it was Timothy Olyphant?
Oh.
Like, what if Petrovic was actually talking to Kirsch the whole time?
Oh, so that would be
That's
good.
a twist.
That's a twist. But see, that's a great, because if you do it from episode 1, that's even better, because you're Boy Cavalier's such a jerk already that you
Yeah.
go like, of course it's this douche. You don't think twice about him being not him.
Yes.
So when you do the twist that it's the cyborg or some AI sort of like imagery, and it's actually Timothy Olyphant, oh my God, that is a twist. That's a good idea, man. That's
Yeah,
a
and
good
I
idea.
feel because something like that, and it would have worked actually even in being episode 5 right now, because then you get your backstory, which everybody after seeing the beginning of episode 1, that's what you want to see. Everyone's like, I want to see what happened there. But then it turns out that it's Timothy Olyphant the whole entire time that's, trying to get these creatures back to his domain, would prove, because when we watch this, and we've mentioned it, Morrow comes off as the villain.
Yeah.
Morrow comes off as the villain. Timothy Olyphant has been showing that he has villain qualities, and usually those. He's not a cyborg. What is he technically?
So yeah, no,
synth?
he's a synth.
A
So
synth.
he's a synth. Yeah, cyborg would be Morrow.
Yeah, Morrow's a
then
cyborg.
and then hybrids are like the Lost Boys.
The Lost Boys. So he's a
The
synth,
Sam family.
and usually the synths, they tend to be the villains in the Alien franchise.
Except
always have
Alien Resurrection and Aliens. They're nice there.
Yes, and in Romulus.
Yes.
Romulus too. But at one point he was not, though, when they put the chip in him. So to have it be known that it actually was Kirsch the whole entire time, he had a plan. And you can see there's the plan is honestly in his case is starting to come together. He's all about learning right now, but now he wants to see more. He wants to see more as we get into episode 6. But right now, let's go back. Okay, we're gonna go way back to Alien Earth episode 5, which is called "In Space No One ... which is the tagline of the original Alien movie, which was "In space, no one can hear you scream." A phenomenal tagline, by the way. Fucking love that tagline. This is the episode where we had an opportunity to learn that Morrow is not a bad guy.
No.
He is not a villain. He is, in the long run, he is doing his job. He's security, really. That's what he was.
He's a good corporate stooge.
He is a very good corporate stooge, and maybe we'll get a little bit more backstory on why he went this route, because we do find out that his daughter did unfortunately pass away in a fire. So, but you get the humanity of him because he is a cyborg, so he's still human.
Yeah.
And I feel like I actually kind of liked that with that episode, because you do see that he's still a person. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not just a robot.
And he actually warns them. He goes like,
yes.
look, he surprises them by saying, surprise, I'm going to let you die. No, he goes like, this is coming to Earth whether any of us, me included, lives.
Yes.
And he's very open about it. So I actually respect that because then it creates a whole new perspective for his character.
Yeah.
He's just a by the books, do it correctly by any means necessary. This is my job type of person, which I love those type of characters.
Sure.
Be they villains or good guys, like it's a really interesting dynamic.
Yeah, and if it's portrayed properly too, and like I said, the guy that's portraying Morrow, and I don't even want to call him the guy no more. I actually know his name. Oh man, it's hard to say. His name is Babu. Babu Sise. I'm gonna say Babu Sise. Babou. Babu. Babu. He's got a great name. He's British.
I know. It's just that I just did not expect, because I didn't even know what was his name. I thought it was going to be like a normal, like first like English name and then an African last name.
Sure.
But no, right from the get go, and you go like, I don't know what to do here, man.
Like Babu. I think it's Babu, a Babu, because he is British, and there was a U at the end, so Babu. He fucking nails this role. He is fantastic in this role, and I do feel he's going to meet a demise that is going to be a very sad one.
Oh yeah, and it's going to be intense, and it's not going to be. I want it to be intense. I don't want. If he survives, that's also going to be interesting.
Yeah, that's true. Because if he does survive, you're on board with his character moving on in season 2. Obviously with Wendy as well. But back to episode 5. So this is the opportunity for us to go ahead and see what happened on that ship. And dude, do we see what happened on that ship? We get a bunch of little more introduction to some of these characters of the actual specimens, the aliens that they actually find. And those, the bloodsuckers, right? Well, I don't like them. I don't like them at all. They're so nasty.
They're disgusting.
They're so nasty.
They're disgusting.
What's your favorite, that they introduced for, I mean, we've seen these creatures before, but currently who's in the lead? Who's your favorite?
There's I'm sorry. There's no contender. Like, it's the demon eyeball.
The eye.
So there's a couple of things that are interesting for me. So my only other criticism, not of the episode, but more along of the show, is you cannot have in an alien movie something scarier than the Xenomorph.
Sure.
And so far, this eye is way scarier.
Oh my God, yes.
So let me explain. Like in Alien Resurrection, Brad Dourif was scarier than the Xenomorph.
Yes.
And Brad Dourif had zero makeup when he kissed that glass, and he went like, I was like, what the hell are you doing? I was scared for the Xenomorph. I was like, leave them alone.
Leave the Xenomorph alone. It's just an alien. It doesn't know what it wants.
He's trying to kiss it in the tongue, the creature. I don't know what he's doing. It's scary. So now we have this demon eye, which again, phenomenal, because this is ridiculous. This can possess it, and then when it possessed the engineer, it tried to fight the Xenomorph, and I went like without questioning shit.
Nope.
It was like, oh, you're here, I'm gonna get you.
Like, let's go. It was ready to brawl.
It's like Godzilla and King Kong, like possibly in their planet, they've been fighting for years. Which I heard a theory, and I didn't hear a theory. I read a theory that the eye from that planet, that eye is a natural predator to the Xenomorph. That's why the Xenomorphs are evolved to have no eyes.
No eyes.
So now they're in constant lock and fighting with each other.
Interesting.
Because, so that's basically so far the eye. There's no competition.
Yeah, I got to agree with you, man. That eye is creepy. It's like an octopus eye. It's creepy. It's very intelligent.
Super
It's super fucking intelligent, and it's so fucking scary because we got a chance to see what it did and what it actually does, like with the goat, with the sheep. We got to see it go in and actually fuck that shit up. We didn't get to see it go in the engineer, which would have been actually pretty dope to actually. I think we will see it. I think eventually they're saving it, and it might be for Boy Cavalier that he's getting the eye. I don't know. I just feel that's what's gonna happen because that eye knows that guy has a brain. That's an intelligent man. I'd like to see how intelligent he truly is. But wow, it's fierce. It has no fear. It went right after the Xenomorph. That's Ashley, by the way. We got to see Ashley again. She came back.
Yeah, Ashley came back.
Yeah. Ashley came back, and she was badass. She was fighting. So that was really nice. I did like that.
To see the eye guy, and we're like, "Hi."
Yeah. That was great because I have to give a lot of credit with this TV show because one, it is practical. There is somebody in a costume, when this is happening. But they have been doing it where the alien or the Xenomorph is just kind of pokes its head out, like it's checking for things, like, am I good here? And then looks over and it's like, oh, hello there. We are going to fight now. It's like, oh, okay, well, let's fight then. And I think it's so funny. But that eye, man, and me and you were talking, after I watched it with the eye when the bugs got out, when the one bug got out, and the eye's watching this happen, and it bangs on the glass. It was almost like it was trying to warn the girl, like, hey, like over there, the fucking thing just got out, and then the bug goes in and pretty much just lays some eggs, some little fishies in her water. And that's another thing that I loved too, because like you mentioned, Alien is about suspense. Alien is about the build. And we're watching this now. The water has the little fucking bugs floating around. Yeah, it's so gross. It is floating in it. And she grabs it, right? And the whole time you're like, when is she going to drink it? When is she going to drink it? What's going to happen when she's going to drink it? Yeah, because you're like, what's going to happen when she drinks it? Like, what? I know they're bloodsuckers, so like, how's this going to actually work? And then she sits down and she looks like she's going to drink, but she stops, and you're still just like kind of, and the whole time is just watching. Like, there's no sound, there's no words. It's just staring, being like, somebody's gonna get it. And then the fucking rookie, the apprentice drinks it.
Chugs it.
Wow. And I was like, well, I was like, I didn't see that one coming. Thank you. That was pretty great. And now it's, again, you're back to that anticipation. What's going to happen? And dude, it's gross.
Yes, it is. It's phenomenally gross. First of all, I like that all these aliens have defense mechanisms, because the when they're trying to operate him, because he's getting all that disgusting, like the stomach ache and everything, as you should when you have like a billion little insects inside you.
Of course.
And all of a sudden they dissect him, and then that gas is released, and that's how the doctor and the scientist both are dead, because that's just like a toxic fume.
Yeah.
There's like, this is worse than even the Xenomorph. It's like, you try to open it and it will release a gas that will kill you
instantly.
Like, instantly. Now, one thing that I don't know if you noticed or saw, a bunch of those bugs survived.
A lot of them did.
Not one or two. A lot of them did.
A lot of them did.
And we only saw Mama and Papa in attacking the soldiers.
Yeah. Yes.
And I didn't see them being collected.
No, a lot of them did. You see them go into the vents. Oh, it was so nasty. And like, I like though when they open them up and then they start to crawl on them, and then she goes, "It's ticks, it's ticks," and you're like, "Those aren't fucking ticks." I mean, technically it is a tick. It's this form of a tick.
It's Patrick Warburton.
Yes, it is indeed Patrick Warburton. I love him too, by the way. But holy shit,
invading this body.
You can have him do the voice of the little ticks as they're running around. But oh, it's so nasty. And then like he's trying to grab it, and then that's when the defense mechanism came in, when he pulls, and then it releases the gas, and it's like fucking instant. Like their eyes start to bleed, they're immediately they're dead.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Impressive.
Yes. See, this is the type of thing that I wanted to see from the beginning. And if you see this starting the show, you already set up what these creatures can do. There's already a dread building as you get into the show, because I think the biggest mistake of the show was not having this as the first episode, because it just, once you have it, dude, like everything, like every time you see them handling any of the aliens, you go like, it changes now.
Yes.
Now every time they're handling any of the aliens, you go like, oh, please don't break it. But it only happens in hindsight, because you're thinking to yourself, well, yeah, obviously they're going to do something, because you know that they're aliens and they're there, and it's a horror show. They're not going to hug you, or, well, the face huggers will hug you, but not in a nice way.
No, bad.
But I want to feel tension. I don't want to just have a philosophical drag throughout the whole show, which was what a lot of those first few episodes were.
Yes.
And now with this one, now we get the tension back, which was beautiful.
Yeah,
But
it
these
really
animals
was.
are ridiculously awesome.
It was. It was absolutely awesome. I'm glad that we had the opportunity to see. We seen the face hugger on the captain, and then I think it was the engineer, one of the engineers at least. And they tried to remove it from the captain, which the acid blood, which is one thing you've been wondering why the Xenomorph doesn't have this, but it turns out the face huggers still do. And it killed him.
It killed him.
It just acid all over. They cut the tail off, and it fucking killed him completely.
Yeah,
that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, eviscerated completely. So but which is, I think that's the xenomorphs are so petty. Like, which was the famous saying from the coup de grace for the xenomorph is like, even if you defeat it, it will try to kill you, even as it's dying.
Yeah,
with its deadly blood.
Yes, that deadly acid is not good. We've seen many people die from that, and now we got to see the captain literally get his head fucking like acid off, and then the other guy, I don't even know what did they say what he was? Well, he wasn't a mechanic. Well, he was
who? Because there's a mechanic, there's some navigators, there's a security people.
So maybe he was a navigator. I forgot which one he was. He was the one that was sleeping with the chick.
Oh yeah. He was the captain, actually, I think.
Well, the captain's the one that got his neck. He got the acid. Then there was the other one, because there was two of them.
Was he the one? See, that's the part that I got confused, because I thought the captain was the one that was banging her, and then once he died, she
becomes captain.
Yeah, acting captain.
Yeah.
Although she's like too hysterical to him.
Yeah, she's not a good captain.
No, she tries, but it's first of all, it's like an overwhelming situation. Like you have this escape after escape, like worst possible scenario after worst possible scenario.
Yeah.
You start with, there's a saboteur. And as we mentioned earlier on, it was a saboteur who's on the payroll for Boy Cavalier. So
That's right.
This whole headache was orchestrated by Boy Cavalier, who found out that Weyland-Yutani sent a ship 65 years ago into space, and it's now coming back with aliens. I don't know how he found that out. Not important. But
we might find out.
We might find out. But the point is, like, he's the one who organized this sabotage job. That's the initial problem with the show. Like, the whole ship, the Maginot crashing and everything was orchestrated by Cavalier. And, jumping a little bit to episode 6, how he handled the scene with Yutani, the third, or the junior. I don't know if she's the second or the third. She said grandma, so I'm assuming she's the third.
There'll be a third.
Where he goes like, look, I will give you back everything. I just need to do the forced quarantine. Like, dude, orchestrating a crash. Nobody knows about the crash.
Yep.
Now it's on your side. You're still experimenting with everything that you need to experiment, and you give it back like if it was never your fault, and you still make money off of it.
Mad money. That dude is savage. He's savage. Like, honestly, watching that when he was doing that little back and forth with her, to the point she even throws that $50 billion. And how he responds, again, savage. And that's how you know he's a real villain. Because he looks and he goes, it's not about that. Like, he even says, he goes, I have money. It's not about money. I have money. But the way he's just like, because she mentions with the creatures, and he goes, but that's what they are. They're just creatures. They're just animals. Nobody truly owns them. Savage.
Yeah.
Savage. Like, because that's a line, like, he's trying to be the good guy. He's being the good guy, right? But when this motherfucker wants to own them, while he's also owning a bunch of children at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Savage.
Ruthless. Step by step, just ruthless efficiency. Then he goes in and says, like, thoughts and prayers for the people there. Please send them. They're very much appreciated. You go like, what an asshole.
Yes. That's what it is. He's actually a very good character in a sense of that villainous, way of the way he works. You know, like he really is a bad man. And you root for his demise, and you root for him to get a good one, which again, I think he gets the eye. I have a feeling he's getting the eye. I don't think he's getting the face hugger. We've seen that in episode 6. Yes. Thank you so much. So happy to see that. But I will say the one thing, like when it comes to episode 5, though, just jump back.
Yeah.
It is a typical Alien film.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like they don't really do anything different. It's very follows the whole fucking path. You get a couple of more, you only get really 2 different kind of aliens you have the Xenomorph, you have the little bugs, and then you have the eye. You don't have they're around. You see they're around. It's not until a little later into the next episode where we get to introduce to another one. Didn't know that thing was around, but whoa, don't like that one. Not a fan of that. I don't like that one.
That one is also no bueno.
There's a lot of fucking, I mean, damn, this is not a place I want to be. I'll tell you that. Not a place I want to be. But again, it was very by the numbers, by the book, alien kind of an alien movie. It stuck to the same type of script. I do like the fact that when the girl now becomes captain, she has to go into the mother and she's explaining, she has to say, well, the captain's dead. Now I'm taking over. And all it mentions is that whole concept of like how, like, it doesn't even care about the crew. It's like, is all the specimens on board and they're good? Yes. The mission is so that all the specimens will be returned, regardless of who lives or dies, like that type of shit. And she has to acknowledge, but she doesn't at first, and then it goes, acknowledge, or else the security guard, Morrow, will become acting captain. And then she finally but then she's like, fuck you. And then she finally acknowledges it. So the whole point, it's like, they don't care about you. Yep. Doesn't matter what happens to you. Just bring those fucking things back. But here's the question.
Way you in a nutshell.
But here's the thing, though, right? Is Mother Yutani or is it Boy Cavalier? Because his whole thing was what? So to the ship to crash.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to kind of release them.
Well, true, but he could have hacked the system. But it's the same programming that Morrow had.
Mm-hmm.
And Morrow's not hacked by Boy Cavalier.
No.
So he's saying like, no, this is the mission. Like we all signed up for it. So it's just Wayu being Wayu. It's like it's Wayu, the same Wayland Yutani that we've seen in every single alien movie. The corporate greedy people who rescue Ripley and then decide, you might have destroyed this whole ship on purpose. What? Yeah, we got to do a little corporate investigation on you.
Sure.
And then, all your story proved true. We're still not going to restore anything from you, but can we use you to go back to the planet as a consultant? And we'll wipe your slate clean only after.
Yeah, only
you
after.
help us.
Yeah, it's always after that you help us.
Yeah, fucking way you. It's.
What would you say was the best moment of that episode, of episode 5? Again, it is a by the books alien movie episode. What would you say is your favorite part?
I really liked seeing the eye and the Xenomorph fight, because if we're going to ignore the Prometheus more mythic side of the explanation of what the Xenomorph is, I do like the idea of a more biological exploration of the Xenomorph. A Xenomorph in its home planet, quote unquote, maybe, perhaps, who knows? And then that Xenomorph goes in and has to fight its local life form. What type of it's like seeing like those like kaiju films from now that portray the kaijus like in their habitat and they have constant duels and fights with each other. I like that idea. Like, I would not mind seeing more of that. Also, just exploring the xenomorph in its
Natural
what
habitat.
is this? What is the xenomorph natural habitat?
Mm.
Like, that would be interesting. Seeing it fight against what godforsaken planet would have them evolve into that type of being? Well, the planet that would have all those specimens, right?
Yeah.
So I like the idea. It's not explicit, but the idea behind it, I like it.
Yeah. I feel that like the way that the xenomorph is being portrayed too is not of the villain.
No.
It is being portrayed as the animal.
Yes.
And I actually really like that because every time you've ever watched an alien movie, even this is counting Alien versus Predator, is the alien is the villain. It is the killer. It is the person, well, the thing that you are to be afraid of.
Yep.
Unfortunately, watching this, I don't look at the xenomorph that way. I don't look at the xenomorph as, of course, it's still scary. You know, it is a scary creature, very deadly, but it's more like you kind of watching it and you kind of feel bad for it. Like you're just like, I kind of feel bad. Like it is like a captured animal. I mean, they literally say that it's in a zoo. They call it a zoo. And you start to see like now the other creatures, in my opinion, might be fucking worse.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you realize that's why the xenomorph is always so angry because it's trying to live in peace.
Yeah.
And everything wants to kill it.
Yeah.
So it had to evolve and be like this ultra killing machine.
Yeah.
And it just wants to just chill and watch maybe the Kardashians, whatever they have on their home world, and these creatures are not letting them do what they need to do. It sucks.
I agree. It's like I feel like the xenomorph just needs a hug sometimes. And what is a little mouth? Maybe a little scratch by the little mouth or whatnot. I'm still not a fan of the face huggers, but you could kind of, I don't know, like I guess as it continues on, we'll see. It's still like a very dangerous creature. But I feel that the other ones we still haven't even seen what that plant thing does.
That plant thing is waiting to release like Armageddon. Like I swear Satan is sleeping in that sack.
Dude.
Like
Dude.
There's something evil there. There is something evil there.
Because they're really making us wait, though. Like, they keep showing it. Like, when in episode 6, we'll bounce it a little bit right now. Episode 6, when Isaac walks over there, it's already like, it's got its fucking whatever. I guess it's its mouth. It's fucking already looking like I'm going to get you. You just know whatever that thing does is bad. That thing might be the worst of the worst.
Yeah, maybe all of them have to unite. Maybe that's what the eye is trying to prevent. I think the eye is the evilest one out there, but let's just say like it's the actual only sentient creature there besides the xenomorph. Maybe, who knows? And it's going like, yeah, we need to like stop. Although I did love that fucking like goat with the eye, causing this domino effect, and just like at the end of the episode, just looking at the camera, going like, yeah, I did this.
Yeah, and looking at the camera like it's about to go down. Like that's, and I really do. I like it too. Like first off, Isaac's an idiot. Like the fact that he pulls the fucking door off, which, all right, dude, you pulled the door off. Oopsie doopsie. You open the fucking thing, and then he's doing like this like simple, like, okay, I got to keep my foot here to block the door. Bro, put it on the floor and push it.
Yep.
I just put it right by the door, maybe push it a little bit more and then shut the door. That's it. Why are you getting closer? Like, what are you doing, sir? And the way the goat, or the eye goat, is just watching and then bang. And he oops.
Yeah.
Idiot. Fucking idiot, man.
The Malloy. We'll call it the Malloy because it's the evil eye.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the evil eye.
Yeah, Malloy, yeah.
Yeah, it's just an evil eye, and it's just like waiting, and it went like, you know what, tap.
Simple tap, like, just startle. Like, I'm just gonna startle him real quick. He's gonna fucking fall, and then the door's gonna close. Now, here's the thing: I didn't know what was in there because we never got a chance to see what was there. I thought it was the xenomorph at first. Like, I'm thinking, like, well, I know the xenomorph has a thing, but I know it's also in that other one. Maybe there's two. I don't know. Maybe it's a facehugger. I have no idea. But then the thing comes out. I'm like, it looks like a fly. Oh, dude, that thing was so gross. That was
They were like,
so nasty. Oh my god! And they fucked him. Okay, they fucking spit some acid shit. Which, he obviously he's a fucking cyborg. Okay, he's a fucking hybrid. So he can't necessarily die. Or in this case, he can't really feel pain. But like, dude, they melted his face, and then they fucked him. They fucked him in the face.
Yep.
That was nasty. What'd you think about that?
Oh, that was like it's been a while in this show, but we had it back to back. Like, Glorious Score is back on this. Like, it's like that was episode 5 was gory.
Yeah.
This was gory. I went like, we're back. Like, we're so back. It was great. I went like, oh my goodness, thank you for this change of pace.
Yeah.
Because this is the. I was worried that we're going like, oh my god, they're dragging again. They're dragging again, and all of a sudden, acid on the face,
Oh.
just like pecking him to like evil little devil insects and mosquitoes, just like pecking him to death. I was like, yay, we have an alien movie again for show.
No, but you're right though. Like it decided to take that turn and run with the turn. And like you mentioned before, in the middle, it does get a little slow. Now, I'm going to let you actually explain it and explain why. Now, I will say this though. As I mentioned in the beginning, they are slowly starting to answer questions. Slowly but surely, even some of them might be even subtle. The fact that they were able to erase her trauma proves that there ain't nothing in there. That shit is a computer. That's just a bunch of fucking memories. There ain't no soul. There ain't shit. That child is dead.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. The issue, like, this is the issue that I have with the entire show. Like, the interesting philosophical stuff that they have is interesting. Like, everything that you're mentioning is actually a really great question, right? And then the questions that Wendy has of like, maybe humans are the problem. And I went like, oh my God, we're getting into this conversation. Great. Finally, we're getting into that conversation because we've been building to this conversation forever, but this show is trying to juggle way too many things at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the issue. Like, you want to be deep, but, have a cadence to what you're doing because if you would have, again, I think if you would have started with that crash and then worked your way into what we have now, I think it would work better because we're not expecting suspense for a little bit. If you would have started with a crash and then the alien hunt, those first 2 episodes, the crash and the hunt, and then learning who were the people and that hunted these aliens and things like that, that would have given you like, okay, excitement. Now we're doing a little bit of build up, and now we're back into the flow of things. I think that would have worked much better than what they have. Having said that, now in this episode we're getting questions. Not so much about are they human. We've identified they're not human. They're not human. They're fully machines. But now we're saying, and pardoning the phrase, but it's a rise of the machines. Excuse me, Terminator 3, for borrowing your title.
Yeah.
But it is the rise of the machines. We see Timothy Olyphant's character doing, like, this whole show, the humans are incompetent.
Yes.
There is not a single human that is doing what they're supposed to be doing. Even when they do the right thing, they mess up. Like,
which humans do.
Which humans do, which is normal.
Yeah.
But when you are facing the apex predator Xenomorph and all of its little and its zoo of deadliest creatures alive in existence, plus you have all these advanced cyborgs, we lag behind, which is the theme of the show.
Yes.
Obviously. But what we're noticing now is the rise of the machine. It's interesting, but the problem is that how it's delivered. The problem is pacing. We're having conversations. You're having these type of conversations after episode 5. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing? I am, after episode 5, I am not interested in these conversations. This would have been the whole middle part of this episode would have been great. Right before we know what actually happened in episode 5. Like, if you would have left episode 5 exactly where it is, then the whole middle part should have come before. The beginning is fine because you get a little pace here and there.
Yeah.
But because like of what's happening, all the legal battles, but like tension is building faster now. Because now we know what's happening. Now we know Boy Cavaliers has a plan. Now we know that things are messing up. I don't need slower build up, and we don't finally at the end. But I think that trying to answer some questions that could have been answered before we get into it's a flow. And I think that this is the biggest issue with the show. Like, if I'm going to be very technical about it, the story itself is great. Like, when you look at the story, it's great. It's not where I was thinking it was going, thankfully. I still have concerns that we're still doing, like I mentioned before, like, if you do an alien resurrection, as in I control the alien, which is happening, I'm concerned. Or if, like, going to alien resurrection again, if the scariest thing in your movie is not the Xenomorph, that's a problem.
That is a problem.
Those are problems. But editing wise, right? I think that there's a pacing problem. Like, I think that this should have been more interesting, and I should not have been bored as much as I was. And I think it's because I'm waiting for the good stuff. I'm waiting for the good stuff. If I would have known, okay, I got the good stuff. I need to know a 2 episodes of backstory. 2 episodes are my homework now. Nobody would have been complaining. Everybody would have been like, oh, this is the homework. And we know in each show which one is the action episode, which one is the background episode, which one is this is what's actually happening episode. We don't mind. But because you're splicing so much together and you're doing a little bit out of order, we're going like, when is the fun stuff happening? And you're always getting bored. You have a pacing issue. That's your whole problem with the show. I'm starting to like the show overall. But I think that the reason why I've had so much trouble with it is because its pacing is way off. It's Offright.
It's Offright. It's Timothy Olyphant, as we all know. I love to call him back in the day, Timothy Olyphant. But here, I like the way you put that, though, because it is true. I like that you call it the homework, because that is 1,000% a fact. You have the action, you have your background, you need your background. Without your background, shit is happening just to happen at this point, and you're just like, I like action, but it's dumb. It becomes dumb. Doom, for example, dumb. It becomes very stupid. But, to have your homework episodes, those are fine. But like you said, it's the pacing and the issue of how they're placing the episodes too. They want to get to this. Of course, there's going to be an ending. There is a final episode. So they're leading to something. And that's fine, because that's how shows work. They have to end it certain ways. It's not a comedy show where it can just kind of end just like a regular episode.
Like freeze frame, like
yeah, la 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 la. Like this, no. There is a story. You built us a story. You gave us a background. You're kind of sprinkling some more shit. They're leading to something. The dude, the bald-headed dude, mentions in 2 weeks that 3 weeks they're going to be on stage, and he wants them smiling. So they're going to bring the Lost Boys front and center to show people. What's insane for me is it proves at this point that they control them. They can easily control them. They give them this whole concept and dreamlike stake of, we just took your soul and stuff. We gave you a different body. Like, no, motherfucker, you are property. Which this was mentioned in the other episode too. Yep. Wendy is property of Boy Cavalier. You are property. You ain't, because he mentions it to Kirk Timothy Olyphant,
Captain Kirk.
Captain Kirk, which, hey, you know what? He might be able to do it. But they actually said, he was saying, like, he said, what do you think you're going to do? Well, I'm going to take her home and, off this island. Well, what are you going to do there? And then it's just like, well, live, enjoy life. And he was like, oh, dude, like, I don't think you're getting this. Like, I don't think you truly understand that. It's almost like he's saying it without saying it. That's not your sister. There is just a bunch of fucking memories put into her brain, which if we wanted to, we can erase all of that right now. And she ain't going to know shit. Right, and I actually...
The spirit of Beyonce right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I do like the scene when the other girl wakes up and then Wendy is talking to her and she's mentioned, but the baby and this stuff. Yeah. And she's all confused. It's at that moment that Wendy truly puts two and two together and she goes, wait a minute. Like, that was a lot of shit she's talking about something that's happened maybe a month ago, maybe fucking, God knows how long ago. So it's like now she's starting to maybe realize it. I think we'll see it at least in the last two episodes that it can happen like that they can just put your ass to sleep and then delete, and then you are fucking gone. You are not the same person. I think that's what's going to happen to Wendy. I think they're going to delete the brother.
Oh,
I think so. I think they're going to, because I think it's going to be Timothy Olyphant that does it, because that girl's, she's dying. She's going to eat it really bad. But I think Timothy Olyphant will be the one to do it because he's becoming a problem.
Interesting.
I think so. I think that's where it's going to go. And I got to bring it up. Timothy Olyphant and Morrow in the elevator.
Yes.
Two guys. We got Timothy Olyphant and Babu. My man Babu.
Only two scenes together. And they are together. The best scenes, among the best scenes in this show.
Yes.
They have great chemistry.
They really do.
I need a justified special made for streaming movie with Babu as the bad guy and Timothy Olyphant going after him in that movie because they have such great chemistry. I need them in more together.
I have to agree. I love the way they can just, it, like you said, it works. The way they're able to communicate with each other, the way that Morrow is just still human, but like he's just an asshole. Like the whole, like, it's my mission, I'm getting the job done. And then Timothy Olyphant's on this side, calm and collective, almost like, fuck around and find out, dude. You have no clue what's about to go down. Like, I do, like, because I'm planning shit. But you think you're going to, that their final confrontation is going to be good.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be great.
It's going to be good.
I need white blood to be circulating, like that, like white little semen looking like blood that
like Ian Holmes blood.
The milky blood. And I need a lot of that Babu's blood everywhere because I need it to be like down and dirty because it looks like it's going to be down and dirty.
I think so. I think
they're going to be ripping out guts and wires on that one.
Well, they do mention, and I love, oh man, dude, we could talk about these two just by themselves.
Yeah.
But the conversation of how he mentions Morrow when he says, like, I always love killing a Sith. Oh, I said Sith? A synth, sorry. Well, he could be Darth Maul. Hey, you know what? Timothy Olyphant's already in Star Wars.
There you go.
You can have it when he says it, when he's just like, I always like to kill a synth because, like, you don't feel pain. So when I'm chopping you up, it's like nothing. And his response is perfect. It's just, isn't the whole point to enjoy that they do feel pain? Yes, Timothy Olyphant. Yes, that is the point of serial killers. They like the torture. They like the pain that you're screaming. Or like how he mentions, like, when the eyeball pops out. Isn't that the whole point of joy? Dude, this dude's going to snap. And he might do that to him. He might do it to him. Might get an eyeball to pop out. Oh, I can't wait for the true, because they're setting it up. because they're always in the room together, and it's always that stare down. That's the first time that they have been alone together.
Yeah. Now they at the beginning they're just seizing each other up, so going like who's dangerous, what's not dangerous, and now they know what each are capable of, and now they were next to each other, and they were saying like, okay, like you've been in those situations, and in the movies, of course, you've been in those situations. We know you're going to fight somebody eventually.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's not going to happen yet.
Not yet. It's not time.
It's not time, but you know you're fighting somebody, and you're both seizing. You're just measuring strengths because you know that the other person's just as good as you, maybe better,
Might be.
but you still got to fight this, and you're trying to calculate how you're going to do it, and it's just phenomenal because that's exactly what would happen in any scenario like this. You don't fight immediately. Like some of those movies where people go like, "Oh, they fight immediately." No, people actually, unless it's an emergency or something like that, or
Sure.
like an invasion of a castle where all the ninjas show up, Bruce Lee style.
Sure.
But but in real life, when you're fighting somebody, you're going at it, going like, "Where can I find the weaknesses? Can I avoid a fight? I don't need to. If I don't need to fight, that's better."
Yeah.
People go like, "Well, that's cowardly." No, that's better. If I can kill you without having to fight you, that's efficient.
Absolutely.
I,
Absolutely.
I am saving myself the ice if I can.
Yes.
If I'm in a mission to succeed, you are dying. If I don't have to fight you, I will kill you.
Yeah, I like and that's why I feel like their confrontation, their main final confrontation might be final. By the way, we don't know. We'll see what happens. But even Morrow, because he calls him like old man.
Yeah,
How he says the term old, but the way that Kirsch, he doesn't acknowledge that in a sense. He's just standing straight. He's not even looking at him because it is that, I'm telling you, Timothy Olyphant is a bad motherfucker. We are gearing up to the moment where he's going to go nuts. And in a sense of like very cool, calm, collective, that's in a weird way.
The scary kind of going nuts.
Exactly. And I'm actually very excited for it because let's get more towards after with Isaac. Shit happens to Isaac in very gross fashion way. We have what's it, Snively?
Sing Arush sing.
Arush. We have Arush.
Yeah,
Arush. What? Arush Singh. So he wants to use the brother.
Yeah.
To get with the Xenomorph and the face hugger. And he actually works out perfectly because he gets to use the other guy, the other scientist, and he motherfucker gets it.
By the way, I gotta go do a small parenthesis. How the hell did that old lady scientist match up with him? Because she is old and he is very young.
He is young.
Like he looks like he's like 40 and she looks like she's 60.
Yes.
Which I'm not judging, but
not judging.
But it doesn't look like a evenly aged pair. That's all I'm saying. Continue.
Yeah, and
I apologize.
but also like he made a mistake there choosing her because then the way he's just like, yo, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to ruin this. What we. That's not the point of what we're trying to do. And she goes, well, I'll do it. And you're just like, wait, I'm sorry, what? Like, what do you mean? So he does get fired, and then he gets face hugged. Yes. Yep. Yes, he gets face hugged. It was fantastic. But the best part about this is while this is happening, Timothy Olyphant is watching.
Yes. He's watching, and then Boy Cavalier, thinking he knows everything, just looks back at at Timothy Olyphant, and he just goes like, anything happening? And Timothy Olyphant just stares up and looks at him. We're doing okay.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Say it like that. Everything's perfect. Normal. Nothing to see here.
Because he wants things to happen.
He wants destruction. I have not a theory, but I don't know if the show is leading up to this because they haven't had as many interactions necessary for it to happen.
Yeah.
But the reality is that the show started with a conversation about synths, cyborgs, and hybrids. And even though right now we have, because obviously they're the best characters, they are the best characters,
Yeah.
right? Timothy Olyphant and Babu. Wendy, I forget her name, the actress. I mean, like she's the other badass robot, right? Let's
Yes.
call them robots, like the androids.
Yeah.
All three are androids. They're different types of androids, but they're still androids.
Mm-hmm.
And it could end up being that it might be a 2-on-2 that turns into a 3 versus 3 triple threat match
Oh.
that we have a hybrid win at the end,
Oh. Yeah.
revealing the new technology is superior.
Right. That's very true. That's right. We could get it's for all those wrestling fans out there. We could get a triple threat match here. It might be a cage match, and it could be a ladder match if the Xenomorph gets his tail down there. It's gonna be, oh yes, it's gonna be a hell and a cell. And oh yeah, you're gonna have Morrow versus Timothy Olyphant versus Wendy. And tune in on what date will that be? Well, hold on a second. Let's check it out. Tune in on September 23rd. It's called, well, the episode is actually called The Real Monsters, which obviously will be the humans. Yeah, will be the humans. But yes, we could get a triple threat.
Oh yeah, or we could get like that famous like 6-man Hell in a Cell, where it's the 3 androids plus the I and the Xenomorph and some other alien, and everybody's
and the flower one. The flower one gets involved.
And everybody's just fighting for their fucking life because this is just like a Royal Rumble sort of cage match in Neverland, where all the humans are going like, we are all gonna die. Whoever wins.
I hope that you are 1,000% correct. Listen, if we're gonna go chaos, let's go chaos. If we're gonna go action, let's have fucking fun with this shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if for listen, I'll put it this way: if you are not doing a second season, do it.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Fucking go to town. Let's go insane. I mean, obviously, there's gonna eventually be another Alien movie. They said they're making another Alien Romulus, so. I mean, this is technically a side story. It's not supposed to really cross into it, but who the fuck cares? You can have fucking, if Wendy ends up winning, she could show up in the movie. Why the fuck not?
I think it's all leading up to the superiority of the hybrid, and then eventually, and this is just a theory that eventually, when you see the hybrids, the more hybrids are going to show up eventually. Leading, because eventually, here's my theory in general.
Yeah.
Like, and this is the actual like hypothesis that I have. Not the triple threat match. It's just me having fun, ladies and gentlemen. It's not an actual prediction.
It could be.
It would be fun.
It would be fucking amazing.
And then the 6-man is just like, throwing ballpark.
Yeah.
But it's fun. Also, films need to be a little bit more goofy. They take themselves too seriously. You have a fucking Xenomorph. Calm yourself.
Yeah, let's have some fun with this shit.
Yeah.
Throw some shit on the wall and see if it sticks.
They go like, let's get philosophical with this. I go like, okay, sure. The penis-looking acid-spitting alien is, of course, gonna be exactly where I'm gonna get all my philosophy from. Thank you. Yes, exactly right. It's just true. It's just, some people want to be way too like. It's fun to be serious and like deep with your movie, but
Of course.
like, come on, have fun. It's a fucking Xenomorph movie. It's okay. The point is, like, here's an actual prediction.
All right.
I've been rewatching slowly as I've watched these shows. I've been rewatching the entire Alien Predator franchise. I've been rewatching every single one of them. Why? Because I want to see if they're hinting at something eventually. And there is an interesting thing in Alien Resurrection that shows up that I had forgotten completely about. There's this big war that destroys the Earth, and what is one of the consequences that happens from that war is that the androids are all destroyed. That's why Winona Ryder is such a surprise for people to show up, because she's a cyborg and they're supposed to be all dead.
Right.
And I think they might be setting up something about that here.
Okay.
I think that's what they're setting up. it's I don't know how it's going to look,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it might be related to that because they already hinted at a war that happened before
They did.
that did a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, resurrection happened basically about 300 years after this,
Right.
because it is 200 years in the future, but it's 200 years in the future of Aliens in Alien 3,
Mm-hmm.
so it's even farther away.
Yes.
So it's about 300 years. But yeah, I think it would be interesting. Just throwing a ballpark
Yeah,
idea
that's
there.
not bad. That's not bad. And it's very possible because it is an interesting way to at least lead to that because it's been put out there. So as a director and as a writer, you could say, okay, we don't know how many seasons we're going to get because they honestly don't unless it gets signed. So they know they're getting one. So they have a goal now. We need to get here. No matter what happens, we still have to get here. That's what's going to make it very interesting because, like I said, we mentioned it before. I do think it's going to get a season 2. I don't think it's going to get like 5 or 6. You know, it's usually 2 or 3, and that's about it. That's how streaming works, especially. It's Disney, and, you know, Disney doesn't really like to stick around for too long. So it's probably just going to get tops 2.
Such a toxic boyfriend.
It really is. And I do feel like that's where they could lead. Maybe when we get to season 2, we get to the war. We don't know. There's only one way to find out is obviously to keep watching. But
yeah, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Granted, the war did happen after Aliens, so
yeah, that is
so
true.
we could just be seeing some setup for that, and eventually go like, eventually this will lead to things to
We'll get to
come
the
or
first
whatever.
one, and
Maybe season 1 is before Alien, and then season 2 happens after Aliens.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe we'll do a time jump, and then it's Alien Earth, and then we got another alien that shows up, and that also is part of the reasons why the war actually began in the first place. And
Mhm.
who knows? Who knows what they might be doing? They don't need to stick to like season 1 might be in a certain year. Season 2 might be
A different
30,
year.
30, 40, 130, 150 years. Who knows? Like
sure, different stories.
Aliens was so many years after the first Alien that you went like, wow, you're really trying to justify Ellen Ripley looking so much older than the first one. I
Yeah.
get it, but whoa, 80 something years or 60 something years? Really? Wow.
I think you're right though. Like this season could be just another story. Like, this is season 1 and this is this story, and then season 2 will be this story, which could lead to the war after Aliens. Because as we've learned, especially with Romulus, this is all happening like
Yeah.
at different stages, and it's not the same one. It's always something different. So I like that. I like that prediction. I like that it could go that route. It is very exciting to see where this is going to go because we ended off very strong. We ended off on a high note. We ended off on I don't think this show is going to be dragging anymore. There's 2 episodes left. I think it's time for the kill.
I need bodies to be dragging, not the show.
Yes. And I think we're going to get a lot of bodies. I think we're getting a lot of bodies. I think the bodies will indeed hit the floor. Very excited for it. But we're coming to the end here. So Big Money, I got to ask you, these 2 episodes, I want to know final thoughts on these 2 episodes. And are you excited for the next 2?
I'm excited. I think these 2 episodes, episode 5 is probably the second best Alien episode on television. The first Alien episode on television is actually a Power Rangers Lost Galaxy episode.
Nice.
Believe it or not. I think it's actually really good. If you haven't watched it, watch that episode. All joking aside, as I do say some spicy things just to provoke reactions.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. I think the show is hitting its stride. I think it's hitting it. I think it has pacing issues, but I am starting to root for this show. I wanted to stick the landing. I'm going like, you're there, you're almost there. You're making me go, woo, Alien Earth. Not there yet, but you're almost got me rooting for you to do that. So yeah, final thoughts.
Yeah, dude, I have to agree. I'm in the same boat as you. I'm ready to get to those final 2 episodes. I'm ready for a fucking triple threat. Ladder match, cage match, Hell in a Cell. I want to see it all. I want to see what the flower power thing does. I am locked in now, okay? Because episode 5, again, the first 1 through 4 were good, but again, pacing issues, a little bit of drag. Episode 5 gave you the shock factor, boosted you back up saying, oh yes, this is an alien fucking television show. Let's rock and roll. Number 6 slows you down a little bit of dialogue, a little bit of backstory, a little bit of hint, and then finishes with, oh yeah, by the way, this is still an alien fucking show. I'm ready to go. So I'm very pumped. I'm very excited to see where it leads. The good thing is when we get to that final episode, which is episode 8, when we get there, dude, we're going to finally get a lesson from the cigarette smoking man. He's going to give the lesson about the entire franchise. So everybody that's listening, I hope you are paying very close attention to what Big Money is saying, because the lesson's going to be good and it's going to be interesting. And you know what? Somebody might make the list. I can't guarantee it, but I can probably guarantee it. Somebody always makes the list, but I'm getting ready.
At least 3. I can guess at least 3.
There might be 5. It's going to be the whole Shazam family. I hate them all. I really do. It might be the aliens. Who knows?
I was going to say it's probably the Shazam family. It's Boy Cavalier, and the little ticks.
Oh man, I wish I had the list on me right now, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna hold that off because I want to finish. It's not a movie. I want to finish the series. Well, let me say season. I don't know if it's actually going to be again. There might be a number 2. I want to finish the season to truly decide who goes on the list. But yes, all listeners out there, when we get to that final episode, you are getting a lesson. Somebody, maybe a few people, might be joining and getting on that list. But dude, I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm pumped. I'm ready. When does it come out? Tuesday, right? Every episode comes out Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
Tuesday can't come any sooner to be able to finally sit down and watch the 7th episode of Alien Earth. So it is time to say our goodbyes. It is time to say sayonara. Big Money, we will start with you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Big Money Eddie, Grand Wizard of Horror, the cigarette smoking man himself, and fan of Timothy Offright. I am a big fan of Timothy Offright.
Hold on. So for those out there that don't understand this is an inside joke that is now being shared with you because it's fair. When me, Big Money, and Ashley Stashbox was on Second Round's Florida edition, I could never say Timothy Olyphant's name correctly, and I would call him Timothy Offright. I would say it all the time. They both would look at me like I'm just absolutely stupid as hell, because they'd be like, that is not even close to his name. No, I'm pretty sure that's his name. I'm telling you right now that is not his name.
I remember you said it the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I paused. Ashley paused, and then she looked at you. What the fuck did you just say?
I was confident too. I was like, what are you talking about? This is Timothy Offright.
That is not even fucking close. Like, she was very upset about this.
She was, because she thought he was very sexy.
Oh,
she liked him so much. And here's what's crazy, right? I personally love Timothy Olyphant. I think he's absolutely amazing. They actually, I don't know if anybody out there, or even Big Money, if you know this, there is a rumor going around that there is an opportunity, a possible chance he may play Magneto.
Oh, he would be such a great Magneto.
He would, right? Like, I heard that, I read it, and I was like, ooh, like, maybe.
He's from the Vanderbilt family, right?
Who?
Timothy Olyphant is from the Vanderbilt family.
He's from the Vanderbilt family?
Yeah, the Vanderbilts. The big billionaires that from legendary. You can check it out later.
Really?
But he's from the same as Anderson Cooper. So they're related, actually.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's a good that's a good piece of information.
That's why I'm the Grand Wizard of Horror.
Hoorah.
But yeah, no, it's like all joking aside, signing off, ladies and gentlemen, with that little piece of trivia from Timothy Olyphant and trivia from your movie therapist, ladies and gentlemen, that he used to call Our man Timothy Olyphant, Timothy Offright. But you know what? He corrected his ways, and that's why we love him.
Yeah, I started watching more shit with him and realized I was saying it wrong the whole time.
It's not even Oliphant. It's not even. He didn't even call him Oliphant.
No.
If I would have heard like Oliphant or Oriphant or something like that, I would have been like, fine, it's a letter. It's happened sometimes.
Sure.
It was Offright. It's Offright. Like, yeah.
If I would have called him Elephant, it would have been closer. At least it would have fucking rhymed. I was so off. Like I said, it took me. I'm not gonna lie, and I'll sign off after this too. But I'm not gonna lie. I remember. I forgot what I was watching. It might have been Santa Clarita Diet. I don't know. And it popped up like the name, and I'm like, oh my God, I've been saying his name wrong the whole time. Like, what? I'm thinking it's Offright. It's not even close. Not even fucking. I got the O. I got the O.
And the T at the end.
Yes, and the T. Otherwise, there's no F. I don't think there's no G.
There's no R.
There's no fucking R. I have ruined this man's fucking name. But honestly, one day I'll meet him and I'll let him know, and then he will tell me to go fuck myself and call me an idiot.
You probably will make his list.
Yes, I could be on Timothy Olyphant's. Or in this case, now I'm going to call him Timothy Offright's list. Jesus Christ. My name is Tommy James, a.k.a. Mr. Oh So Smooth, a.k.a. the Smooth Effect himself. I am the movie guy, baby. And of course, I am your favorite movie therapist. And I remember Big Money used to actually call me the most dangerous man in all of geekdom. I still remember. So remember you asked me last episode, how many other ones do I got? I have that one too. That's in my back pocket, though. And me and Big Money at least, will be seeing you guys on the next episode when we go and move on and get into our spaceships and see Timothy Olyphant in episode 7 of Alien Earth.